Hello, Dharma Circle. Swati here, the embodied Dharma coach. Let's talk about April sidereal transits. It is only the first week of April and we've already had so much happen. It's hard to keep up with. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what has been going on so far this month and what you can expect in the next couple weeks. So let's start with transits. We've already had Mercury go retrograde as of the 1st. Saturn has even shifted into a new constellation, Purvabhadra. And so this is a very welcome shift for many. Satabisha has been challenging for many months of healing. So you may notice already that there are some changes around Saturn and structure, and the focus is shifting away from healing and into, I would say, more balance and integration. We even had a Vedic lunar New Year happen April 8th. That came with Chaitra Navaratri, which has begun the sacred 9 days of Mother Divine. And we had a solar eclipse happening all at the same time. Today and in the coming days, we have Saturn and Mars in exact conjunction, in exact degrees in Aquarius. This is bringing frustration, tension, challenges. It'll feel like having one foot on the gas, one foot on the brake. So you may be noticing that in the sign of Aquarius. So pay attention to where that is in your chart. That's where the frustrations may be. We have Mercury and Sun in exact conjunction in Pisces as of tomorrow, the 11th of April. Mercury is retrograding back into Aries on the 9th. We've had Mercury go into Pisces again, and we're just noticing this dance of Mercury over the last month and into April, where he's massaging this Gandanta, this junction point between Pisces and Aries. This is a very significant transformative time, especially for all things Mercury and mind. So pay attention to where this is happening in your chart, this junction point between Pisces and Aries. So he will move back into Aries on the 9th. And So I have a mistake here in my notes. Boy, that's very Mercury retrograde of me, right? So we have Mercury going direct in Pisces on the 25th, and then in exact conjunction with Rahu on the 25th. Okay, so he's moved back to Pisces on the 9th. That was yesterday. And he is still retrograde. So be mindful of that retrograde motion. It is about cleanup, especially on the mental body level. Sun goes exalted in Aries on the 13th. This is also the solar new year in the Vedic calendar. Sun marking a fresh annual cycle. And that is significant. So a lot of beginnings and a lot of new happening, new cycles beginning this month. Multiple levels of new cycles beginning this month. Chaitra Navaratri ends on the 15th. Ram Navami on the 17th. This is, of course, the celebrated birth date of Lord Ram. He is the king of Dharma in so many ways. He supports and encourages being in right relationship with one's purpose in life. And the Vedic celebration of Navaratri ends with this day celebrating Dharma and Lord Ram. Mercury and Venus are in exact conjunction as well on the 19th in Pisces. Mars is in Pisces on the 22nd. This is yet another movement of endings, release, change, loss, coming with Mars next. We've been seeing this with Mercury, Venus, and Sun, and then Mars will be next to enter this theme of endings, release, and loss. Hanuman Jayanti on the 23rd, Venus moves into Aries on the 24th, and just a reminder that all these planets marching through Pisces, conjunct Rahu, the next step for them is moving through this Gandanta, this edge, this even the fourth pada, or this final portion of Pisces and Revati Nakshatra, and moving into Aries. This is a leap between water and fire, and this is a significant junction point, particularly right now for the mind, but it is also going to impact all things relationships, Venus, and then all things Mars, action steps. And then, of course, we'll have Mercury continuing through Aries and moving on, and as these planets march through Aries, this sense of new beginning and renewal really strengthens. Mercury and Rahu in exact degrees on the 25th, then goes direct. Mercury goes direct in Pisces on the 25th. So this whole month is very much about Mercury and the significant changes taking place on the level of the mind. Jupiter moves into Taurus on April 30th, so the month actually ends with a brand new cycle of Jupiter, the Guru. This is very important for all of us to understand, especially from a Dharmic perspective. The movement of Jupiter is very powerful and important for knowledge, wisdom, and your teachers, the gurus in your life, and the way that you learn, the way that you attract knowledge and wisdom for your Dharmic path. And we're already feeling this shift coming. So be mindful of the challenges and also the new insights and wisdom that are coming to you as this major planetary shift takes place. We've had the new moon in Pisces and Revati Nakshatra on the 8th. Of course, that came with a total solar eclipse. It also came with the Vedic lunar new year and the beginning of Chaitra Navaratri. This is a powerful time of change, a cycle of deep, powerful transformation, particularly for Dharma. This is the main celebration in the Vedic calendar for Dharma, for transformation, for strengthening one's relationship with Dharma. We have multiple junction points like this throughout the year, but there are two very important Navratris, spring and fall. And the spring Navratri for the Northern Hemisphere is very intimately about Shakti, awakening, and life force energy moving. And we want to strengthen our understanding of what our Dharma is, our purpose in life, and be purposeful in our actions. And many are sharing with me, myself included, I've experienced with this solar eclipse a clearing and new awareness and insights. And this is also the power of Navratri. So be mindful of how you're using your time and your energy and your focus in the coming week. Also, a reminder that April marks two significant beginnings, the lunar new year and also a solar new year. So beginnings are here, and new awakenings, new awareness, planting new seeds. And it all seems to be happening this month, in the month of April. So endings are coming with all these transits through Pisces and then entering Aries, and then also the new beginnings through the lunar new year, the solar new year, and cycle shifts that are happening right now. We also, with this lunar new year, it's important to understand that there is a theme for this new year ahead. The qualities of the new year in the Vedic calendar are always predicted at this time. And this isn't random. These have to do with the transits and the cycles of Jupiter. There are 60 different lunar cycles, or I should say lunar years. And this year, as 2024 awakens, is a Krodhi year. And Krodhi translates as angry man in Sanskrit. The nature of this cycle, and therefore the year ahead, is predicted to be difficult and aggressive, and bringing qualities like violence, arrogance, greed, betrayals, dishonesty, increased natural disasters, wars, conflict, and difficulties. So the Krodhi cycle will end March of 2025, but for the year ahead, it's important to understand that this is a challenging cycle. That, yes, there are good things, of course, that can happen in these cycles, but to be mindful of course, our own aggression, our own challenges, our own dishonesty, arrogance, violence, and conflicts. And that this is an important time to do our healing work and, of course, stay aligned with our own Dharma, right action, duty, and staying away from the aggression, the anger, the violence, and supporting peace, harmony, balance. There's much to learn from this anger and aggression and this violence, war, and how we show up for this will be important. So pay attention to your own response to this as well in the environment. We are in the sacred cycle of Navaratri. This is a 9-day and night Vedic celebration honoring the divine feminine. And it's very much about Dharma and understanding, deepening, strengthening one's Dharma and purpose, soul purpose, the duty of one's soul in this body and in this life. If you would like more support with your Dharma and clarifying your path and purpose, you can comment Dharma below. I'll follow up with you and we'll talk about resources for you. All right, so as the month progresses, noticing the full moon in Libra towards the end of the month, this is more about relationships. We have a strong theme around relationships right now with exalted Venus. And of course, that's going to transform and shift as Venus goes into Aries and moves through this Gandanta of endings and loss. I will be sharing a lot more details about Jupiter moving into this new sign, Taurus, and what we can expect from Jupiter over the coming year. So take note, I'll be sharing more about that. But general theme is an expansion of nourishment, an expansion of knowledge and wisdom with all things Taurus. Nourishment, second house matters, voice, using the voice, speaking one's truth, and creating nourishment on a deeper level. That may be wealth, money, food, singing, voice, chanting, all things second house. More voice, sound, singing. Pay attention to where Taurus lives in your chart as well, as that will give you an idea of where Jupiter's focus will be in your body and in your life. All right, so if you'd like my transit wisdom, you can comment transit below, and I will send you the link to my extensive transit report for the month ahead. There's a lot happening in April. This is quite a significant junction point, not only for the year, but for years to come. And it's important to understand What are you letting go of? What are you releasing? What are you clearing or ending right now? What losses are you grieving and tending to? And what are you making space for? What is the opening and the awakening coming to you right now? Pay attention. There's so much wisdom to gain, and certainly the body is going to be sharing with you along the way. If you'd like more support with your Dharma and a clear purpose, a clear connection with your purpose and duty in this life, comment Dharma below. I'll follow up with you. I do have a special promotion this month for my Dharma Foundations course. This is the last chance to work with me on this level with my Dharma business resources. If you'd like my support with your soul purpose clarity and your business prosperity, comment Dharma below and I'll send you all the details. All right, everyone, take good care. Happy April and blessings to you during Navaratri.